Welcome, everybody, to what should be a memorable experience for everybody here in the building. The Big 12 championship game has a history of wild, dramatic finishes, and based on this matchup today, we could be in for another one. We're going to be treated to not just a top 10 matchup, but a battle for a conference championship and an automatic bid to the college football playoff with the first-round bye that goes with it. So a lot at stake here, as we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Missouri Tigers, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They'll tackle him out across the 20.
And that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. When offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Second down after that run on the previous play. The pocket breaking down. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
It's 3rd and 6, a challenging spot here on the opening drive. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Using his legs on the scramble. So the scramble comes up short, and now this offense facing a 4th down play.
Well, the quarterback knew the one thing he can't do here is take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. Now, he didn't pick up the first down, but he gave him a shot. He'll get some love from his guys for that effort.
And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. And that sets up a return. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. First down here for this offense. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Solid run, tackled at the 45-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think they're going to run, maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first. A new set of downs after that completion. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. It'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Second down after that previous play. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, they've had an entire week to try to find weaknesses in this defense and how to attack. And here in the opening drive, they're using the receiver in motion to get him the ball in space and give him those blockers out in front. Great job of designing the play and great execution here by this offense.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Caught near the sideline, but just a short gain.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Short completion there. Second down coming up. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And he finds his tight end for the catch. He'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
The Wolverines starting a new series here on 1st and 10. The ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And they stop him at the 4 after an excellent run.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
The Wolverines looking to cap the drive here. It's 1st and goal. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. The gain good for just a few yards. The defense swarming to the football.
A pretty good push up front here by this offense line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
Second down and goal upcoming. Looking to score with a run to the right. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Line getting set up. It's a first down play. Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. First down, looking to throw the ball. Took contact on the throw. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
So second down after the incompletion. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Catch made on the right side. Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
Offense is back on the field, trying to build on a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive last time they had it. A handoff from the shotgun. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
The defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
And the Wolverines are in the red zone. Quarterback making some changes at the line. They'll look to throw it here on second down. Looking right, this one caught. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. And it's picked off in the end zone. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least a field goal. They've got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. This offense trying to bounce back. The last possession ended in a pick. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Escapes the pocket. Finding space at the 20. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
New set of downs for the offense. 1st and 10. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Quick throw, testing the middle. He fires this throw and is intercepted. And that's a solid return after the interception.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. They recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice interception.
And the Michigan offense back out on the field. The last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly error. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Looking for his big tight end. He's got it for a big gain. Tackle is made at the 4. It'll be first down and goal.
Anytime you have a sudden change like this, Chris, I love to see the idea of this quick strike. The defense barely really has a chance to get established and get set. Next thing you know, they're dealing with an offense that's coming right at them, trying to put points on the board.
First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
It is tough to run the football inside this 5-yard line. Give all the credit to that defensive line, eating up those linemen, allowing the rest of the defense to fly to the football for that short loss.
So just 1 for 3 in red zone trips so far. They come up on second and goal. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Second down, we're going to throw it. He's got it right near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Michigan. Well, no surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
With the PAT, they take a 14-0 lead. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. Here comes the Missouri offense back out onto the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. And he throws his 3rd interception of the day. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Chris, that is back-to-back drives right now for this quarterback and this offense. Nothing seems to be going right. The defense is doing a good job of confusing the quarterback, who's obviously throwing the ball into coverage. They've got to make some adjustments with their attack because right now it's not working.
The Wolverines will line up now. It's first and goal. Here's the handoff on first and goal. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Boy, how about the defensive speed there and team pursuit? They recognize a toss sweep from the middle of the field and show their team speed to be able to eliminate this play.
Second down here, time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning here. Let's see if this offense can build on this big lead before halftime. Coming up, second down and goal. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking to pass here on second down. Down he goes, a sack.
Well, that's the kind of play right there that this defense has been looking for. Maybe that'll spark them because, let's face it, this game has not gone the way they had hoped. But a play like that sometimes can create some momentum and change the complexion of the football game.
The offense has been moving backwards here. Now a long way to go on third and goal. There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
Kick is good. Gives the offense 3 points to show for that drive. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. This has been a rough first half. They'll have to regroup in intermission, but in the meantime, let's see if they can get some momentum going. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Wow, that is interception number 4 today for this QB. Can he take it all the way? Touchdown, Wolverines. And the defense adds 6 with the interception return. And the interception taken to the house, a pick-6, potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick-6. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. So the offense gets momentum, scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get his top and preserve that momentum. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. That's strong coverage, though. They tackle him at the 11-yard line. Here comes the Missouri offense back out on the field. Backed up this close to their end zone in the final minute. Let's see if they just decide to take care of the football and look toward the second half. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Contact as he let the ball go. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Not a real good throw here. He put too much air under the ball, turned into a floater. Now defensively, this is a dream. All you're thinking in that situation is just don't drop it. It's almost like a fair catch on a punt.
So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Will he score here? And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
This is such a well-designed play here, Chris. The offensive line opens things up initially, but you can see the speed of the back and the effort by the receivers not to be selfish. These guys are blocking downfield. That's why he got that ball to the end zone.
PAT is good as they build on this big lead. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? Snags the quick throw. Tackle made at the 23 as they gain some important breathing room. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a first down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. They've got him. Defense comes up with a sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
The loss sets up a second and long from the 20. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Looking to make a big play downfield. Here's another interception. We're losing track. Big takeaway. Now looking for a big return. The 30. And the defender will step out of bounds after the pick to wrap up the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. All right, let's get the second half going now. The kickoff team is out there. Fielded in the end zone. It's Adams. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. Solid run, moves the ball out across the 20 to the 21.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Same tailback, another carry. Some hard running there through a tackle. Breaks loose at the 45. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Wolverines. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
What a touchdown. Anytime you see a play go for that many yards, everything has to come together. The offensive line did their job, the running back's vision and instincts and speed, and the play caller setting up the perfect personnel group, formation, and play call. It all came together, and they get the big score.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT is good as they continue to pull away even more. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And they stop him at the Good field position to start the drive. That wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the play off. That'll cost him 5 yards. Quarterback lost track of the play clock. And that'll cost the offense 5. The offense with 5 receivers now. Empty backfield. And the quarterback dropping back. Catch hauled in here over the middle. And they've got him.
I understand the concept of bringing the blitz, and you hope that it gets home. But if you don't, you leave your corner in man-to-man situation against this wide receiver. That is a tough ask for this corner, and he's going to lose that battle more often than not.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Brought down at the 28, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a 1st down.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Quarterback drops back. Catch made on the left side. Tackle made at the 41. That's a nice gain. They're getting closer to the 50. Missouri getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down to the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. 1st down.
Boy, if I'm a defensive coordinator, you can't leave the middle of the field that wide open. Makes it so easy for the quarterback to read and recognize and get the ball out of his hands for a 1st down.
Still looking for that elusive touchdown, but finally this offense is moving. 1st down and 10. Here's the snap, looking to throw. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
Now it's 2nd down here. Looking to chuck it again. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Not much on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense.